Hi there, it's Julia Mitchell here, just travelling home to Moree, and thought I would just come into the group and share a little bit about myself. So, I am from Australia in a small country town called Moree, and I'm me. So, I say that I'm just uniquely me if you ask what it is that I do or who I am, because I feel like I don't fit the mold for anything. I have many loves, many passions, lots of things that I like to create, and I found that trying to give myself a title was actually stopping me from going forward. So I'm happy to stick with Julia Mitchell, uniquely me. So some of the things and I guess resources that I would like to create, and my reason for doing so is along the path of walking alongside people. So I've always had a dream and a vision to come alongside women and help them to get up the mountains of life. So those mountains may be different things at different times in your life, but often we walk them alone, or I have, because of where I've lived, or isolation, or not knowing people, many different reasons. So I've always had a heart to come alongside women and go on that journey with them to, I don't know, be an encouraging voice, to offer a hand, connect people to people, to resources, whatever it takes to help us get up whatever that mountain is, and then to take time to rejoice and be thankful and give thanks on top of the mountain for whatever we've come through, link up arms, and then to head back down the mountain, and as a result of those life experiences that we've just gone through together, to help others. You know, we'll see other people who are fallen or going through a similar situation, and so not to waste our journey is to share it with someone else. So to link arms with whoever that might be and help them come around and go up the mountain together. So that is my dream and my vision, and I believe I do that, and I'm sure you all do that in some way, shape or form. But some of the tools that I found that has helped me during this process are what my programs are. So one is called Journal Freedom. So I'm not sure if you're a journaler, or if you even know what that is, or if you do that in some way, shape or form. But I found that through journaling is where I have found freedom. So, and journaling can look different for different people, and it can be done in many different formats. So, you know, I started journaling from an early child. I'm the 13th child, and my mum lost my brother 2 months before I was born, and I've always sort of felt, and being such a big family, a little bit rejected, and I don't know, sort of stuck with me for quite some time. So I used to find solace in journaling, although my initial journals would be more like, oh, I kissed a boy on the cheek, or, you know, random things like that. So then journaled some more during what might be favourite recipes, or where I've been, or where I've travelled to. And then later on in my life, after being married and having a couple of children, I met Jesus, and I began to have a personal relationship with him. And so then my journaling took on a whole different aspect. I got to say, I was so happy that my sins were forgiven and I had a fresh start, because I thought I was going to hell and never coming out. So journaling, and through that program we look at all different ways to journal, provide you with a workbook, provide you with heaps of just ideas on how to journal. We will be doing some little challenges, and so by the end of that you'll have a clearer direction. Included in that, we would be looking at what your gifts are, and, you know, identifying where your strengths are, and not so much a purpose, but rather what are your God-given gifts that you have that maybe you haven't identified and can work on. So then that sort of then leads into encouragement. So encouragement can look to be in many different formats, from kindness to caring to acts of, giving, or it can be a word. It looks many things, but encouragement has again been another tool that I've used to help me get through my blue days and those lonely days where I felt like, what's the point of even being here on earth? I found that if I encourage someone else, it in turn encourages me. So through our workbook and through this session that we'll go through, we look at what it means to encourage and how to encourage yourself, and we'll go through, write up some affirmations that you can speak out, various different checklists to go through and to do that. And after we have an idea of how to encourage ourselves, then we go into our group and we learn how to encourage others. So again, as I said, one of the best things you can do when you're having a shit day or not feeling it or whatever is go out and encourage someone. So that might be a word of affirmation, it might be a gift. So we sort of have a look at the different ways of learning their love languages of people around you that you love. It can be as simple as just sending a text message and saying, hey, you're awesome. Obviously, you need to mean it, because that's not really that encouraging. And so we'll be going through some of those little exercises within the group as well. From there, we're going to move into Joyfully Arty. So you go, oh, but I'm not arty. And it's like, well, yeah, we all are. We all have some form of art. You might sew, you might sweep the floor in a great way. You might be an artist. You might love to paint or to draw. You might like to sing. You might like to sew. You might like to dance. You might have great hair techniques. Whatever that may be, we're still arty. And joy. So the joy of the Lord is my strength is a scripture that I live off, because I found that if I'm joyful and if I think about things that make me joyful, and if I do joyful things, I can get through my day, and it's contagious, and other people enjoy joy. Oh, get that? Lots of joy going around. So this will be a fun activity, and again, it'll be go through and identify perhaps what some of our gifts are, or the abilities that we have, just identifying it and calling it out, speaking it out, and being proud of whatever that might look like. And everything, we don't compare to each other, because we all have our own gifts. So I can't sing for peanuts, but I love singing, and it brings joy. Maybe they're laughing at me, but who cares? It brings joys to those around me when I do it. So that will look interesting, and we will do some fun activities online. And from there, that is something that we will take into our journaling if you wanted to, or you can bring it into your encouragement. But that's a lifelong thing that we should all strive to be and have and do, and that is to be joyful. Okay, and then lastly, in this particular year-long program, we'll be telling our story. So we all have a story to tell. Our stories are what brings hope to others. Do the Bible is just full of stories, which does do that. It shows you hope, and you may not be a Christian, and that's okay. It's just that that's where I guess Christianity is what has, I don't even like using that word, finding Jesus is what has saved my life. And that's part of my story. I'm lucky 13, so for some people a number is unlucky, but for me, I'm so thankful that I was born and I have a life. So telling your story, that is going to be huge amounts of fun, and a long project as well. And we will start with identifying what part of your story do you want to tell, because the one that has the most meaning to you. And you know, we were going to be crying together, we're going to be laughing together, we're going to be sharing testimonies together. It's going to be a fun time. So thrown in amongst this whole year-long session, if you want to call it that, is various challenges. So, you know, I don't know about you, but it's always good to be accountable for the amount of water that we drink, the exercise that we do. It's about gathering a healthier mindset, which comes from having a bit of a healthier mind, which comes from having a bit of healthier eating habits. So there's various things like that that we'll be doing throughout this time, and many other programs will be thrown in. Like, I have got lots of different ways that you can earn money from home, many different ideas and resources and connections with amazing people that can help you when you want to grow your business organically through Google My Business. I'm a bit of an expert in that. Can connect you with various people if you're building a website who you can get that done through. Just heaps of different tools and resources. So then, who is this for? Well, really, I don't feel like saying who it is for, but I know in my heart it's probably someone who might be a bit like me, who can often feel lonely and likes to have someone that they can be accountable to, who'd enjoy having someone that you could share and brainstorm ideas with, who has a story to tell, and who's overcome various things in their life that they believe if they could share that with others would help them to overcome those same similar challenges, who want to go mountain climbing and who want to celebrate together and who that want to go and help others. So I'm unsure what that exactly looks like in terms of your age or where you live or what you do, but I guess it's a heart thing, it's a soul thing. You know if that is you, and if that is, I would so love to go on this journey. I picture a community of amazing women from all over the world, of all nationalities. We've all got a gift, we've all got a God-inspired female inside each and every one of us. He's given us so many talents, and I just would love to invite you to come on the journey with me, because that's what it is, it's a journey. And we all can work and build and grow and learn and love and laugh and cry and do that together. Yes, so sorry that took so long, but that's me, and I look forward to connecting with you at some point, at some time. My website, which I'm still building, is Julia Mitchell 13, as I mentioned, number 13. So that's JuliaMitchell13.com, and look forward to hearing more about who you are and loving on you. Okay, hooroo, bye.